Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Ibarra and we're going to do some math today. So let's get started. Let me tell you what you're going to need today. You're going to need your math book. You are going to need your whole sheet. Make sure it's inside a sheet protector. You're going to need your counters. You're going to need a pencil and you are going to need an expo marker. So hit pause on the video and go get your stuff and come back when you are ready. Let's review the learning objective. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn about today. So today's learning objective is I can add two parts to make a whole. Read it with me. I can add two parts to make a whole. Now we're going to talk about some of these words because there's some very important words here and I want you to know what they mean. So here's the first one, part. So when we talk about part, we mean that it is a piece of something. So if we have an expo marker here and I take the cap off, this is one part of the expo marker. This is another part of an expo marker. So these are just a piece of it. It's a part. All right. Here's another word, whole. So when we talk about whole, that means that it's the entire thing. It's all of it. It's whole. So back to our example with our expo marker. So if I have my two parts, I have this part and I have this part. But if I put them together, I have the whole thing. That means all of it. So one way I like to think about it is I take my hands and I say part, part, and if I put the parts together, they make a whole. Try it with me. Part, part, whole. Okay? So another word that we're going to learn about is the word add. So when we add, we are joining together the sets to find a number. So when we are adding, we're adding the two parts, we're putting them together to make a whole. Okay, now let me show you an example of part, whole, and adding. Okay, so let's say I have two blocks right here. And I have two more blocks right here. So this is part. This is another part. So these are two parts. Now, if I put them together like this, it makes a what? Whole. You are right. So I took two blocks right here and I added two more blocks and it made a whole. So that is what part, whole means. And that to add it is when you're putting it together. We are going to add two parts to make a whole. And we're going to use our work mat and our counters, and I will show you how to do that. So, if I have one part right here, so I'm going to put one red counter. Now let's say I have one part over here. I'm going to put a yellow counter right there. So if I put both of those together, what do I have? So if I put both of these together, it makes what? That's right, it makes two. So I can say one part plus one part makes two. That is correct. Makes two. Okay, boys and girls, so I put away my whiteboard and my expo marker, and please take out your math book, and you could leave your counters out because you're going to use them. And in your math book, please turn to page number 17. It should look just like this. And we're going to use our counters to add two parts to make a whole. Ready? Let me tell you a story, and we're going to use our part-whole map here to tell the story. So, two girls bought tents from a store. Two girls bought tents from a store. So what should I put in here? How many dots? That's right. Let's put 2. 1, 2. Okay? And one boy bought a tent from a store. One boy bought a tent from a store. So how many dots should I put in there? That's right, 1. Because two girls bought tents from a store and one boy bought tents from a store. So let's write those numbers so we don't forget. So this is going to be 2 because there's 2 girls. This is going to be a 1 because 1 boy and there's only 1 dot right there. So now let's put these 2 parts together. Ready? Okay, so I'm moving it down and I'm moving this down. So how many parts do we have? Let's count it. 2, 3. We have 3 parts, and so the 3 parts made a whole of 3. All right? So, good job. Now, let's turn the page. Okay, so you should be on page number 18. And it says, to find the whole, you add the parts. Okay, so let's see. So I see how many parts here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see 4 and 1 part. What does that make? That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see what they did? They moved the red parts down here and the yellow parts down here, and they put them together. So 4 and 1 make 5. That is correct. So let's put a 5 right there. Okay? So now we have some more here. It says there's 2 parts right there. So I'm going to put 2 dots. Okay? And it says 1 part right here. So I'm going to put a dot right there. So if I have 2 parts and 1 part and I put them together, what's the whole? That's right, 3. So 3 is the whole. Great job. So now, what if I have, oh, this one's a bigger one, 5 parts and 3 parts. So let's put 5 right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And let's put 3 over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So what's the whole? Wow, let's count all these. Ready? I'm going to count them. 5, 6, 7, 8. So the whole is 8. So let's put an 8 right there, shall we? Okay, now let's do a new one over here. This one says 4. This part is 4. So what should I put? How many should I put there? That's right, 4 dots. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And how many should I put for this part? That's right, 3. So ready? Let's put 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Now, we want to know what the whole is. Ready? So we have to put the parts together. So put the whole. So let's see. If I have 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 is the whole. All right. Now, let's do this one. This one should be easy. So I have a part of 2. So how many dots? That's right, 2 dots. And this one says how many? 4. So let's put 4 dots for this part. So now I have, remember, let's put the 2 parts together. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the whole is 6. Okay. So, great job. Now this is what I want you to do. You're going to do the next 2 pages on my own by yourself. So you're going to do page 19 and page 20 by yourself. All right, so pause the video, do these by yourselves using your counters, and then press play when you are ready, and we'll review the answers. Okay, ready? So let's do these together. If I have 3 and 2, that makes what? 3, 4, 5. That makes 5. Okay, did you get that? Good. How about here? I have 4, so let's get 4 over there. And I have 5, so let's get 5 over there. So 4 and 5. What does that make? So let's count it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the whole is 9. Fantastic. Did you get that? Okay, so now we have a part of 6 over here. So let's put 6 dots over here, 6 red ones. And this part is 2. So let's put 2 yellow dots. So now what does that make? Let's count it. 6, because I already know that's 6. 6, 7, 8. So that the whole is 8. Fantastic. Okay, now here is a new one. 5 and 2. So you should have had 5 red dots for that part. And you should have how many yellow dots? 2. That's right. So let's count them. 5, 6, 7. That's 7 dots. Okay, 7 is the whole. Okay, get ready. This one's an easy one. So this one only has 1 part. And this one has 3 parts. So 1 part and 3 part, when you put those together to make the whole, make what? That's right, 4. Okay, so now I have a 4 right here for this part. So let's put 4 red. And I have 2 over here. So I'm going to put 2 yellow. So let's count those. Let's see what the whole is. Ready? 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the whole. Fantastic. Now I have 1 part right here and 2 parts right here. What does that make? That's right, it makes 3. That was pretty easy. Okay, so now I have this one right here. So I have 3 parts and 3 more parts. What does that make? That's right, it makes 6. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to use my work mat to solve this problem. Now let's read the problem, see what it says. Christian saw 6 deer in a field. Camilla saw 2 deer in the forest. How many deer did they see in all? Well, I know Christian saw 6 deer. Camilla saw 2 deer. And we want to know how many deer did they see in all. Right? So this is what we want to know. Okay, so Christian saw 6 deer. I think I'm going to put, that sounds like a part. So I'm going to put 6 dots because that's how many Christian saw. He saw 6 deer. Now Camilla said she saw 2 deer. So I'm going to add 2 over here. The yellow ones are the ones that Camilla saw. These are the ones, this is the part that Christian saw. So let's put those parts together to get the whole. That way we know how many they saw in all. So we have 6, 7, 8. They saw 8 deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here's another one. Aaron picks 6 flowers. Cliff picks 3 flowers. He gives them to Aaron. How many flowers does Aaron have in all? Okay, so let's see. Aaron picks 6 flowers. I'm going to underline that because I think that's a part. Cliff picks 3 flowers. I'm going to underline 3 flowers because that sounds like another part. So I'm going to put 6 flowers right here because that's how many Aaron picked. I'm going to put how many flowers over here? 3 because these are the ones Cliff picked. Now if Cliff gives his flowers to Aaron, how many flowers does Aaron have now? Well, let's see. We know this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So she has 9 flowers. Okay, great. Is that what you got? Fantastic. Now, let's read this bottom part. And it says, how do you find the whole? Explain. So when we are looking for the whole, how do you find that? Well, I say that you can, if you add, you can add both parts together, right? You can add both of the parts to find the whole. Right? Because if you add both parts together, you could find the whole. Okay, boys and girls, so just to review the learning objective for today, I can add 2 parts to make a whole. And don't forget to take a picture of both of these pages, this page and this page, and submit it to Seesaw. All right, bye.